2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. The action tonight will be happening out in Dallas, where the Mavericks will be going up against the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks come into this one after the win against the Nuggets at Pepsi Center. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And a terrific international prospect, Luka Doncic, suiting up tonight. Kenny, it's rare to see someone this young with such a complete game.
You know what? A couple of our friends were talking, me and my friends, about this guy.
When? Yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago. And he's ready. He's strong. He's got a wide frame. He reads defenses well, exceptionally well.
He's good at creating his own shot. He shows a lot of pro-level moves, and you broke that streak of 10 straight.
That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
It's the Hawks, and they're doing business on the road in an interconference NBA game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And the continued absence of Porzingis, the story for them.
When you take away points in the paint from the offense, which is what he provides, that really takes away your balance in terms of attacking the defense. And so it's going to be a major loss.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results. What you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Yeah, the good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And it sprints outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Young. Now here is Hardaway, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kleba. That shot off. Prince with the defensive effort. Herter covered by Lee. They get a hand on it. It's Hardaway with the drive.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
Here's Young. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Denver. Hawks passing it around. Herter covered by Lee. Pass to Len. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Now, here's Doncic. T right on him. Powell with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Orlando. And the rejection by Collins. Prince against Hardaway. Here's Collins. Misses from close range. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Young finds Len. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at the 76ers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
And the layup's good off the glass. Len's got his first points of the game.
Now, Kev, the broad shoulders of Alex Len carrying more of the load inside.
Doncic passes to Lee. He kicks it to Doncic. Hardaway for 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Feeds it to Young. It's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. Lee passes to Kleba. Powell with it. And here is Doncic. Guarded by Len. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his first 3 points of the game.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
Young's shot is off.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
To the paint, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Lets it fly from 18. And it's Dallas with another.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Yeah, just exceptional focus on these hard finishes. Young welcomes getting physical on the way up.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
That one misses for Young.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
A beautiful touch from Dirk Nowitzki. So confident in that mid-range.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, it picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
Evan Harris is checked in for Doncic. Mavericks on D. It's a 5-point game. Young finds Bazemore. Now Dedmon. From down in the low post, it goes. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Nowitzki for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
And so it's Dallas with it after the basket by Atlanta. And here's Barea. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had them totally rattled.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Harris outside. Pulls up on the wing. Measuring. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Measury's got his second basket.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Young, following the score by Dallas. Here is Harris, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The Hawks trail by 4. And Bazemore kicks to Young.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, who are some of the players you watch that get stronger as the game goes on? They're not cut down by fatigue and still have that energy, something left in the tank.
Those guys who show me superhuman strength a la Kevin Harlan. Those guys who come to mind, LeBron James, that's a bad man. It doesn't matter if it's the first minute or the 48th minute. Russell Westbrook is indefatigable. His stamina and his ability to dominate in triple overtime once is absolutely incredible. And then what did we see from Anthony Davis when Boogie Cousins went down? A man who for 48 minutes on both ends is a problem. Those 3 men, Kev.
Endless energy. Burke, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Atlanta also making some changes here. Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Carter in for Young. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Hawks trail by 6. Tipped away. Inside, here's Nowitzki. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Bazemore kicks to Anderson. To end the run. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
This guy's such a good finisher off the drive. You can see Anderson sees the opening, has the burst to take advantage of it.
Now Burke, he's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Harris up top, defended by Anderson. 6 to shoot. Here's Nowitzki. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now here's Bazemore. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Tries again. Right through the D for the layup. Bazemore's got his first bucket in this one.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
And now the fast break Anderson with the ball, and Anderson slams it in.
That's incredibly aggressive at the rim. This is where Anderson does his best work.
Harris looking it over. From deep three-point range. Good work defensively by Carter. The Hawks trail it. Lets it go from 14. And that one drops for him. Measury's got 6.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you love good offense, this is your game.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Hawks trail by 6. Bazemore passes to Davis. Back to Bazemore. Dedmon dishes to Davis. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Devin Harris. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They lead by 4. Burke with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lee outside. Shot clock at 6. And Berea has it in the corner. Fires from deep. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him, he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Lenz checked in for the Hawks. John Collins comes in for Davis. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Atlanta, 9.5 games behind.
And I think for the Hawks, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nowitzki finds Mesri. There's Lee with the 3. The shot misses. So the Hawks will take it the other way. To the paint. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. A nice shot by Berea.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
The Hawks trail by 9. And here's Carter. 9 points last game. Count that one. Carter's got his first basket of the night.
Well, mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's foul number 2 for him. .130 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Lee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Let's remember, Courtney Lee has been in the league a long time, actually played in an NBA Finals. This guy has been able to score and defend regardless of where he's been.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Doris, you're talking about Lee. It's a shooter's league. Why has he been dealt, you think, so many times?
You know, it's an interesting situation. He's never going to be a star, but that doesn't mean he isn't valuable. And teams are willing to trade for him as part of a bigger package. Give him credit. The guy's been a pro. He never complains.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, a consistent 3-and-D veteran.
And, you know, more of a journeyman's career, but I'll tell you what, he's a winner and competes, does those little things, and, boy, he makes some big shots.
Mavericks leading by 7. Burke looking over the floor. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Nowitzki, that's for 2. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. All sorts of time. The Mavericks pull it in. Mesri's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Nowitzki kicks to Mesri. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him, and it's in there.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Dallas. And there's the pass to Carter. Mejri with the rebound. Mejri's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Barea outside. Hands it from downtown. Barea's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Dallas. Vince Carter on the wing. Fades. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Makes you reflect, you know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and training buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Burke is out there with Doncic. Then it's Lee. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now, here is Young. Herter, covered by Lee. Herter, it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. 4 on the clock. Young.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Out to Hardaway. There's the dish to Lee. It's tipped. Young in the corner. Drills the three-pointer.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Now, here's Doncic. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Orlando.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
The Hawks trail by 13. The kick out to Young. Passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young taking his time here.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Mavericks leading by 13. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Young passes to Prince. Back to Young. Powell with the steal. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Len. And again, Dallas turns it over. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. Second, Luka Doncic.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Atlanta calls timeout, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
Harris is checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Prince against Hardaway. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense.
In today's NBA, we like to talk about that three-point shot. Well, the Dallas Mavericks, believe it or not, took the 4th most in the NBA last year.
Deontay Davis is checked in for John Collins. Hardaway hits them both. And the Mavs, Doris, not only took a lot of threes, they made a lot of threes.
Well, when you have shooters, the likes of Dirk Nowitzki, Wes Matthews, Doug McDermott, the list goes on, three-point shooting was the least of their worries last season.
Dallas leading by 13. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Over Prince. Hardaway, no good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
Harris, right side. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Harris. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a three on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
That one falls. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, fleshing out his attack a little more. Young showing more of a willingness to go in there amongst the trees.
Now here is Harris. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 12.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Here's Young. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen. Down low. Here's Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Now here is Harris. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Powell. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
Kicks to Dedmon. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the Mavericks call time here. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Well, they came to play for sure, and it took the pressure off that starting unit, which is exactly what you're hoping they would do.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Dallas leading by 11. Here's Harris, knocked loose and stolen by Bazemore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets.
And that game against the Wizards, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
No good on the free throw. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Hardaway against Prince. Hardaway finds Harris. No good from outside. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 11. Prince outside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Well, Greg, that's a huge error. You can't afford to make these kinds of mistakes when you're already playing from behind.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Measury, he's checked in for Powell. Nowitzki comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Barea subbed in for Devin Harris. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 12. And he comes up with the deuce.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Hawks trail by 13. Young passes to Davis. Back to Young. Dedmon kicks it to Bazemore. Lets it go from 14.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Hardaway. And they pick up 2. Hardaway's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Young. He's got 13. Dedmon in the high post. Barea against Young. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Barea against Young. Outside Hardaway. Nowitzki outside. From the arc. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Dallas has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Chalk up 2 there. 16 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Young dishes to Carter. Cranes the three-pointer.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's Barea. He's got 8. Outside Hardaway. Out left to the wing. Nowitzki for 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
Now here's Hardaway. After the miss from Trae Young. Carter outside. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Dallas calls timeout. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Lee outside. Barea finds Mesri. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas again missing.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Anderson passes to Bazemore. Here's Carter. And again, it's Atlanta.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
Carter against Barea. To the middle. Here's Mesri. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got his 4th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
Now here's Bazemore. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Collins passes to Carter. And it's in there. Carter's got 7 points for the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Barea kicks to Burke. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Mavericks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Bembry's checked in for Carter. And he sinks the second. The Dallas Mavericks last season could not have been more disappointing, Doris.
Well, you think about management for this organization, Kevin. They had tried to avoid a rebuild. But at some point, every franchise probably has to go through it. And one of the things you must have in a rebuild is patience.
Here's Barea following the bucket by the Hawks. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. And 12 points for Nowitzki.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Banbury kicks to Len. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Len's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Lee. Offensive rebound. Mejri. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Mejri. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization. You know, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Up top, Bazemore. Over Barea. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
That's excellent defense by J.J. Barea. He's playing the right angle, moving his feet, and gets up into the shooter's face. It's all you can ask.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Hawks trail by 12. Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Then it's Young. Then it's Alex Len.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Len grabs the board.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that. It has not been pretty, and you just wonder when they're going to start showing some more fight at that end of the floor. It has to happen at some point.
Young outside. They get it back. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, still working to become a more accurate free throw shooter. And what you like about Len is he's getting to the free throw line a lot more consistently.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
Now here is Hardaway. The feed now to Doncic. Now here is Young. Prince outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Prince. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I call Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 11-point game. Len, high post. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. Doncic with it. He's got 16. Right side, Lee. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Alex Len picks one up.
And Lee is just so clever at how he gets defenders to go up into him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The free throw drops for Lee.
Well, Lee has proven to be a valuable role player throughout his career. The combination of shooting and defense is huge.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now, here is Young. D right on him. Pass to Prince. Shot clock at 5. They get it back. Len's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 11. Lee left side. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting two guards in the NBA. You look at Lee, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Devin Harris is checked in for Hardaway. And both free throws good for Lee. The Hawks trail by 13. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And here's Luka Doncic. Let's take a look at his numbers. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. 6th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Now, here is Young. He's got 18.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Doncic passes to Lee. Over Prince. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon comes in for Len, and Deontay Davis subbed in for John Collins. The Hawks trail by 10. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And Young, here we go. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Harris, right side. He kicks it to Doncic. Launches a three. Good defensive work there by Young. Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. It's good. Young's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, it's hard to close off the lane.
Harris outside. The pass to Kleba. That three off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Atlanta. Dishes it to Young. Passes to Dedmon. Hands it from downtown.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Mavericks leading by 5. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Pass to Kleba. Here's Harris. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Knocks it loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dedmon kicks to Prince. The kick out to Anderson. They get the rebound. Dedmon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Thursday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Sunday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
The free throw drops for Dedmon. Dallas making a switch here. So he gets them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now, here's Doncic. 16 points for him. Brokoff, guarded by Prince. Kicks it to Doncic. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 18 points in the game.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. And here's Prince outside. Connects from three-point range.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the three. Nice.
Harris passes to Doncic. To the inside. Here's Nowitzki. Great D that time from Davis.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Boy, what a nice carom there, guys. He can really use that size and length to his advantage.
Feeds it to Doncic. Got a piece of it. Anderson passes to Dedmon, and he hits it to tie the game up. He's got 12.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that three off in time.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Harris against Anderson. Here's Doncic. Out to Harris. Trying his luck deep. He can't hit that time. And Atlanta will come the other way.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Harris. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bazemore is checked in. Back to Anderson. Drops in the layup for 2. Anderson's got 8.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Measury, he's checked in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Justin Jackson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic.
And checking out the stats for Young, the past month has been surreal. He's averaging 30 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Pass to Bazemore. Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. 17 points was their biggest margin. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. All going up court, and Dedmon throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Now here's Hardaway. 8 points for him. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
Here's Young. He kicks to Bazemore. The three. Headshot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And you look at J.J. Barea and how he's played over the years. Has always been a spark plug for a team off the bench. It just plays with energy and creativity no matter the situation.
Now here's Bazemore. He gets it in there. And the Hawks lead by 1. Here's Barea. And there's the pass to Burke. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Outside, Davis. Barea against Young. Pass to Dedmon. Mejri with the rebound. Mejri's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
That free throw good from Barea.
Guys, how about J.J. Barea? In his 12th year in the NBA, no less, he establishes career highs across the board and does nothing but get better with age. I love it.
To the wing on the left. Herter, guarded by Barea. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2. And Barea now in his second run with Dallas. Won an NBA title with the team, you may recall, back in 2011.
Well, he was critical in that title run, Kev, and now he's trying to help this organization rebuild. This guy, a clear fan favorite. And it's incredible to me. He seems to be getting better with his age.
Dallas calls timeout.
And, Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Nowitzki. And Lee's subbed in for Burke. And a change for the Hawks. Prince is checked in. Now here's Barea. He's got 11. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Collins.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
To the left side wing. And here's Barea outside. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Herter guarded by Barea. Bazemore misses. Mavericks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
.44 seconds left to play here in the third. He dishes it to Prince. And he banks in the layup. Prince has got his third bucket of the night.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kleba. Now here's Measury. Dallas moving the ball around. Kleba, no good. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Bazemore for three. That shot is off. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Mavericks lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Mavericks leading. They've got J.J. Barea. He's out there with Lee. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Measuring. And it's Kleba in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lee against Collins. Clock at 4. Goes up the baseline. That shot is off. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
Now here's Barea. Here's Kleba. Hardaway. Misses off the right iron. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To take the lead, and Len with the lay-in. Good. Len's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Lee finds Hardaway. Here's Kleba, guarded by Prince. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
A different look for Dallas. Powell comes in for Measure. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
And here are the Mavericks now after the basket by Atlanta. Left side, Hardaway. It's good.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Hardaway doing work right there.
And here's Bazemore. Now the dish to Prince. Shot from 12. Herter covered by Lee. It's rebounded by Dallas. Hardaway has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Lee penetrating. Prince with the defensive effort.
And what a struggle it has been yet to convert a single shot from the field.
In the corner, Bazemore with it. Dishes it to Prince. To the wing right side. Herter, guarded by Hardaway. Got a hand on it. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Lee's running. Can't cash in from close range. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Len high post. Trying to get open is Bazemore. Len, good. Len's got 6 in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, Hardaway. Rejected by Len.
Well, for a big guy so light on his feet, Len rising into the air with ease. You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Now, here's Bazemore. Herter, covered by Lee, and Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Young's checked in for Atlanta. Herter, covered by Lee. Kicks to Collins. Here's Prince, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
Yep, that one goes in there. Here's Lee. Pass to Doncic. The 15-footer. And that one hits back iron. Hawks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Prince's shot is good. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Atlanta making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Here's Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got assist number 5 here tonight.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
Now here's Prince. And he makes that one. Prince has got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
Now Doncic out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Dallas making a switch here. Nowitzki's checked in. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Prince, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Two shots.
first one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Doncic kicks to Nowitzki. On the wing, Lee. A beautiful reverse layup. Lee's got 9 points here in the second half.
If you give Lee that spot on the floor, 9 times out of 10, he comes away with a bucket.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 4. And the pass to Prince. Doncic comes with the double team. Good on the shot.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. He kicks to Hardaway. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-4 run. Herter defended by Nowitzki. Young outside. The shot. That one wide left. Mavericks trail by 6 to the inside. And the dunk by Powell.
Gotta love Nowitzki setting his guys up with perfect passes.
The Hawks shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Young inside. Len down low, guarded by Powell, and it's good. 2 points.
And memo to the rest of the team, continue to get him the basketball. He's clearly delivering here in the fourth.
Lee passes to Doncic. Inside, Nowitzki. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Dedmon kicks to Young. To the middle. Here's Len. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Len's got the lead back up to 6 now for Atlanta.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half. 4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. Snatched away. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Hawks leading by 6. Herter covered by Lee. Len kicks to Young. Lock at 6.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Offensive rebound. Here's Powell. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Here's Lee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Atlanta leading by 4. Young outside. Passes it to Prince. To the right side. Herter covered by Lee. Prince outside. Shoots over Doncic. Hits the front of the rim and out. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
And that one misses. That one misses. The Hawks shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Drills the three-pointer.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Now here's Barea. Pass to Doncic. He doesn't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Out to the right wing. Yes, that goes in. Mavericks trail by 9. Barea kicks to Doncic. And stolen by Dedmon. To the paint. Herter. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Dallas again turning it over.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Barea with it. To end the run. And he sinks the layup.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
The Hawks leading by 9. Young finds Bazemore. Now here's Dedmon. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
For the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Kleba's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Dallas.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense.
Bazemore passes to Dedmon. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Kleba, count it! And now they trail by just 4.
What a solid pass by J.J. Barea. I tell you, he's not flashy, but you can count on this guy to run the offense the right way.
Lee's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. .40 seconds left in the game. Young against Barea. It's Young on the wing. Herter covered by Lee. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not their friend, and they need to score fast.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Trae Young.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Prince against Lee. And the shot falls short this time.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that's going to do it. The only chance they had was for him to miss those. Instead, he's absolutely perfect.
Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Atlanta calls timeout. They lead by 3. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Doncic with the steal. From deep, Barea. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Herter. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Atlanta will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Then there's Len, and it's Young. And here's Barea, following the 3-pointer by Trae Young. Barea kicks to Hardaway. Over Collins. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Barea's intensity right now is not being matched by the defense. And to me, that's why he's scoring at will right now.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. He dishes it to Prince. There's the pass to Len. Shot clock at 6. The Mavericks trailer. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Hardaway kicks to Barea to take the lead, and Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Young against Barea. Knocks it loose. Powell with the steal. Here's Hardaway. The shot's good. And it's a 3-point Dallas lead.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's Len. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Young outside. Knocked loose from deep. The Hawks again can't hit. Dallas leading by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
The Mavericks have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. Lee gets the bucket.
Remarkable speed by Lee. Really gets a shot up quickly.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Young outside. Herter covered by Lee. The Hawks working the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes down.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. And stolen by Prince. Young outside.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Hardaway, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 5th foul. Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Herter covered by Lee. 5 to shoot. Prince in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Doncic. Kicks to Lee. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Young. Pass to Prince. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter covered by Lee. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Atlanta calls timeout.
Start it.
They're trailing by 4. 6 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what's your take?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Right, that's the game plan. It's got to be executed perfectly. No time to waste.
There's the dish to Collins.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Dirk. Congrats on the win. How were you guys able to hang in there during the second half?
I think we just battled, and that was good for us. I thought that really won us the game down the stretch. We scrambled for each other. We rotated. Got a couple lucky bounces down the stretch, and that always helped.
Luck is the residue of design, and you guys got it done. Thanks, Dirk. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.